Good morning. In this chapter, we have so far covered three headings, that is French Revolution, the making of nationalism in Europe, the age of revolution. Today, I'm thinking of finishing this chapter, so I will cover up the rest of the three remaining headings. The first one we will be going for is the making of Germany and Italy. The next one, visualizing the nation, and finally nationalism and imperialism. Making of Germany and Italy. So far in the chapter, we have seen how France converted into a nation, as we have already discussed in the previous modules also. In class 9th also we have studied about French Revolution. There the France became a nation, though at the end of that chapter, France was again taken by a dictator, that was Napoleon. So once France became a nation, it was the turn of other states in Europe to turn into a nation state, and the number came of Germany and Italy. So in the module we are going to discuss about how Germany and Italy turned into a nation state. First of all, we are going to discuss about Germany. In the previous one we have discussed about the Frankfurt Assembly. We will again go through a bit part of Frankfurt Assembly. Then the initiative of making Germany a nation, the main work was done by Otto von Bismarck, and finally Kaiser Wilhelm I of Germany, of Prussia, was declared the king of Germany, of a united Germany. And later on we are going to discuss the steps which were taken in the unified Germany. The same way we have to learn about Italy. Sardinia Piedmont was the state which took the initiative. Joseph Mazzini's idea, we have already learned about Joseph Mazzini in the heading revolutionary. His ideas were basically behind the revolution that took place in Italy. Then came Cavour, who was the chief minister of Sardinia Piedmont, and with his help, there was a person, Garibaldi. Both of them defeated the other states and finally united Italy and gave the kingship to the Victor Emmanuel II. Then the third nation which we have to study in this part is Britain. The Act of Union 1707, which turned Britain into United Kingdom. The Catholics in the Scotland and Ireland were systematically suppressed. We are going to discuss under this heading, and fate of Ireland and how the England turned into a nation. So let us move towards the first part, that is the making of Germany and Italy. Let us recall the previous module. In that one we have learned about the Frankfurt Parliament that was conveyed by the liberal nationalists, and before that we have already learned about the revolutions that took place in France. Belgium broke away from Netherlands, and finally Greece became independent from the Ottoman Empire. So these incidents of revolution as well as the Frankfurt Parliament, which was conveyed by the liberal nationalists, gave a clear-cut idea to the aristocracy, to the kings, that now the people are fed up of their despotic rule and want to be liberal, want to get away from the clutches of the aristocracy or the despotic rulers. But if the initiative was taken by the common people, either it is going to be a revolution or it is going to be a formation of a parliament, like the Frankfurt Parliament was already been conveyed. So far both the things were not that much successful, but the messages were quite clear that people are now fed up and anytime they can go for anything. It can be a revolution. So if you want to protect yourself from the revolution, this time the initiative was to be taken by the kings themselves. Though the kings were not coming out of the luxurious life, they were living a luxurious life, they were not much interested in the affairs of the state. So finally the burden came on the army, which was there to protect the king. And as the heading says, Germany, can the army be the architect of a nation? So here in Germany the initiative was taken by Otto von Bismarck with the help of Prussian army and bureaucracy. He was the chief minister of Prussia, and with the help of Prussian army and bureaucracy he took on the leadership of the movement for national unification. He fought 3 wars over 7 years, in which he consequently defeated Austria, Denmark and France, and finally the complete area which was defeated by the army, which was led by Otto von Bismarck, got unified, and this one was termed as Germany. The 3 war over 7 years ended in Prussian victory and completed the process of unification. and finally Caesar William I of Prussia was declared the head of the new German Empire. So that was the unification of Germany. This initiative was taken by Otto von Bismarck, who with the help of army and bureaucracy defeated the states in Austria, Denmark and France and finally got Germany unified. But one thing is very much amazing, Otto von Bismarck did all the things but finally handed over the new nation, that was Germany, in the hands of Caesar William I of Prussia. Once the unification was completed, some new steps were taken so that this nation becomes a strong one and the aristocracy continues. The steps were, the new state placed a strong emphasis on modernizing the currency. We have already learned in the previous modules that when Germany was a confederacy of 39 states, they all were having different type of currencies and that was a major hurdle in trade. So when this new state was formed, steps were taken to modernize the currency, banking, legal and judicial systems in Germany. The main aim was to promote the middle class, the professionals who were indulged in trade. If they are going to trade all over Germany, they are going to bring the people together. More and more people will become interdependent on each other and that will unify the German nation. If we move towards the next one, then came the number of Italy. As it was the case of Germany, even Italy was divided into many states. Italy was divided into 7 states, of which only one state, Sardinia Piedmont, was ruled by an Italian princely state. Rest of the 6 states were ruled by the people of other clan, or you can say ethnicity. So simply the common people were not having any type of relation with the kings. They were not interested in the princely states. So the what you can say, the initiative was to be taken by Sardinia Piedmont because people were expecting Sardinia Piedmont to go for the unification. Main cause behind it was ruled by